It's a beautiful day out here, so why don't you join me for a game drive in the Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park? One of the common antelope in the Kalahari is the Gemsbok. Chewing at the earth, like this one does, is actually quite common. The grass in general is low on nutrients, so therefore the animals substitute their intake of nutrients by eating some of the local soil. Roads are long and dusty, but what you see makes it all worth it. One of the keys to survival in an arid park is water, and this is found at waterholes such as this one at Kgalagadi, just north of Nosop Camp. Not only do they attract large amounts of birds, but also a lot of other animals are reliant on them for their daily water. It is because of these waterholes that we can see animals like the greater kudu and wildebeest in the area. If it wasn't for these waterholes, blue wildebeest would have never been able to occur here. The majority of the waterholes in the park are man-made. They were constructed by the British Army just before the First World War. The main reason for this was to support their army in case of an attack from the Germans in what is now Namibia. Today they provide an excellent place to stop along the way, looking for the wildlife that comes here to drink. With the large herbivores come the big cats, such as these African lion. The Kalahari is an excellent place to see large predators such as this lion, but this one does not take himself too seriously. In summer the rains were good, and even after a long winter, the grass is still standing quite high in a number of places in the park. Herds of springbok are found in the riverbeds, such as this small group in the Awab River on the way to Mata Mata. They are truly specially adapted desert antelope. You can clearly see the white underside and the darker upper side. The white underside there to reflect the heat from the ground below, and the upper side helping them to blend into the environment a bit better. The springbok is also an important food source for many of the big cats, such as the leopard and the cheetah. Seeing these big cats can be challenging, especially if the grass is this high. But if you take it slow and look carefully, there's always something to keep life exciting. The ostrich is the world's largest flightless bird. Big groups of these can often be seen in the riverbed. Sometimes you can see them having a dust bath, like this male does. It helps to control external parasites, such as ticks and fleas. The road across the dunes can be long and monotonous sometimes, but it definitely helps to keep your concentration, because you don't know what is around the next corner. Lions are often found close to waterholes because they know that their prey species will have to come and drink at one stage or another, and when they do, well, they are right there. If you are lucky, you might find the secretary bird, such as this one. They are excellent hunters and can often be seen strolling through the veld looking for prey species. One of their favorite food sources is snakes, which they will kill with a quick kick of their very, very powerful legs. The roads can be rough at times, but to see the grader is always a happy sight, because you know the road ahead is going to be nice and smooth for a bit. The springbok can be nice and relaxed, so you can get quite close to have a good look at them, such as this ram in front of me over here. When they do become aware of predators, they will often display this type of behavior, known as pronking. The idea behind it is to show the predators that they are strong and fit. Chasing them would therefore be a completely fruitless exercise. Cheetah will often be keeping a lookout for the smaller and weaker ones, because these ones will become food. I enjoy watching blue wildebeest, such as this herd. There's always something happening with them, and there's normally one that's very, very inquisitive, such as this youngster that just had to come and have a sniff at my camera. When you are really lucky and did everything you should, you might be rewarded with a sight of these guys, the African leopard. Not something you see very often in the park, but when you do, it is always a special sighting. After a long day's drive, it is time to head back to camp, and then to start making a fire. Sit back, watch the sunset, and think of the beauty that is the Kalahari.